really feel like I should have worn or brought an umbrella. Okay. Is there someone behind me? Yes. Play cool. So, it started raining literally as I started streaming today, but that's okay. We're gonna go for as long as we can, despite the rain. So, we're out looking for 3 caches. One of them is a letterbox hybrid. I know we found a letterbox on stream kind of by accident, but it wasn't a hybrid crossover letterbox geocache. But this one is, so we'll actually, the one that we're looking for today, we'll actually get credit for it, which will be awesome. And if we find it, it'll be my 130th cache. So that's pretty exciting. And after that, we're gonna look for a cache that's kind of been on and off logged to DNF for a period of time. And just recently, I think recently just came back online, so that'll be awesome if we can actually find that. And then I want to take you guys to the hardest cache, definitely the hardest cache in my neighborhood. A lot of the really skilled geocachers in my area have logged this as a DNF 3 or 4 times. I'll flip the camera around. I logged it as a DNF once and then went back with my mom, and she actually found it with me. And then after I found it, a couple of geocachers wrote to me and said, hey, can you just give me a hint, or can you just tell me where it is? And I just said, no, I'm sorry, I can't tell you where it is. I can only give you maybe a better hint than the one that's provided. So yeah, those are the 3 I want to hit up today. And maybe this cache isn't as difficult as I'm spelling it out to be, but really strong geocachers logging it a 3 or a DNF of 3 or 4 times is pretty indicative of the difficulty level. Let's make this light. So I'm in the Virginia, DC area. I got back from Massachusetts this week. Did a lot of great caching up in Massachusetts with my friends and family. And now it's kind of a drizzly day. It started raining just as I hit the go live button, so it's not too cold. Let's see what Nightbot says the weather is. Not too bad. Okay. None of this stuff is waterproof, so this adds an extra element to caching today. But definitely warm. Just warm and damp. So we're urban caching again. And I know I've talked about this before, but there are a lot of great benefits to urban caching, just as many as there are to caching sort of out in the wilderness, which is what I was doing when I was in Massachusetts. One of the downsides is to urban caching, you can hear all of the background noise of the cars whooshing by, so sorry about that in advance. It's not too long of a walk to where I think this cache is located, and this first one we're going to go for is this letterbox hybrid. So another downside to urban caching is just trying to be very tactful about who you're showing on stream. Obviously when I'm out with my friends and family, they're all cool with being on the stream, but when you're walking around an urban area, I'm just hypersensitive to not showing people on stream who, I don't know, who might not want to be on the stream. So a little trick to urban caching while streaming is trying to flip the camera around to show myself when there are people passing by, or show you the scenic foliage behind me. So take it all in. But yeah, sorry in advance if there's a lot of flipping camera work. Yeah, it's only kind of drizzling, so it's not too bad yet. Yet being the operative word. So in the Discord, we were talking about how letterboxing, which is very similar to geocaching, is so much older than geocaching. Geocaching has only been around since 2000, when GPS technology was made publicly available by the government. But letterboxing has been around since, gosh, what did we say? 1800s England, I think. It's a much, much older sport or game. Very similar to geocaching, but it involves the use of stamps. So you as a letterboxer will have your own stamp, and you'll stamp a logbook, and then you'll take the stamp located at the cache and stamp your own logbook. There's just a lot of stamp trading. I have a geocaching stamp. Not every geocacher does. It just has my geocaching username on it. And that sort of saves me a little bit of time in case I've forgotten a pen for the logbook. But I'm not a letterboxer. I don't follow that game. But when we were out in Massachusetts, we did find a letterbox. Well, Kenny found a letterbox completely coincidentally, so that was pretty cool. We thought we'd maybe found an unlisted, unmarked geocache, but no such luck. Practicing street smarts, going quickly. So an interesting thing about being at this location is there are a lot of notices online, the past activity logs, about there being security in the area and maybe a security guard giving a past cacher a weird look. So that's something I'm going to be aware of going up here, is I may have to be a little bit more discreet about my filming and maybe just take the camera off the selfie stick and the tripod and carry it myself. Sorry, I had to put a glove on because my camera hand is getting really cold. man, it is like really raining. You can't even, so usually this is where you can see the Watergate Hotel and the Washington Monument on the horizon, and you can't see either of them because of the fog, the clouds, the rain. So I think we want to cut up here, perhaps. I'll pull out my map and take a look. Actually looks like we're coincidentally going to walk right up this street to get to where we need to go. That's pretty great. Great timing. So, speaking of Watergate, the theme of this cache is actually has to do with the Watergate incident under President Nixon. And I know it's historically relevant, and I'll be an adult about this, but the name of the cache, this is the name of the cache, I did not name it this, is Deep Throat. I'm being an adult about it, everybody. Okay. So we're 0.2 miles away from where we need to be for this cache. We're on the right street. We're actually just passing the hotel where I went to my very first cache event. Caressa, how's it going? Oh, good question. Okay. Watergate Hotel is the location of where President Nixon's campaign team spied on the Democrat who was running against him for the upcoming presidential election. It was a really big scandal because it uncovered that I'm trying to remember back to my high school history class. So definitely look it up, but from my recollection, it started out as this incident where these gentlemen on the campaign team broke into the Watergate Hotel to plant bugs in the Democrats' strategy room, where they had rented out a room at this hotel. And thanks to who are the two famous reporters? Woodward? Yeah. Bob Woodward, and can't remember the other one. If anyone in chat can remember, please help me out. They uncovered that the Nixon campaign had been intimidating and lying, intimidating opponents, including members of their own staff, and this is what led to President Nixon's resignation, I believe. And then he was followed by Gerald Ford. Yeah, so this is sort of pointed to in American history as this shining moment for American journalism, where they were able to shine a light on what Nixon's campaign had been doing, possibly the president himself, and they were able to nip it in the bud, I suppose. Yeah, so the Watergate Hotel is famous for that reason, because that's what started it all. There's a great movie about this, All the President's Men. Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera around because we're getting close. Oh yeah, I'm not sure how much that explanation helped, but you're welcome. It's at least the broad strokes. Okay, let's see how much farther up we need to go. Alright, it looks like we're gonna go up this street here. I can post a more full description in the Discord later. So the road up here splits and we're going to veer to the right. And it's going to be on the right side of the road. Oh, so another component to this story which relates to the cache today. So the cache is called Deep Throat, and there was the deputy at the FBI at the time that all this was going on was this informant for Woodward, the journalist. And he went by the name of Deep Throat, and they met in parking garages, which is why sometimes in American media they'll make allusions to meeting in a parking garage when something secretive is going down. Woodward and Bernstein. Yeah, that's the other journalist. Okay. We're veering to the right. I think this is what they mean. Oh, look at this. There's a thing about Watergate right here. Watergate investigation. Mark Felt, second in command at the FBI, met Washington Post reporter Bob Woodward here in this parking garage. Oh, it was here. You guys were actually at the parking garage. Whoa. Okay, learn new things every day. To discuss the Watergate scandal, Felt provided Woodward information that exposed the Nixon administration's obstruction of the FBI's Watergate investigation. He chose this garage as an anonymous, secure location. They met at this garage 6 times between October 72 and November 73. The Watergate scandal resulted in President Nixon's resignation in 74. Okay. Woodward's managing director, Howard Simons, gave Felt the code name Deep Throat. Woodward's promise not to reveal his source was kept until Felt announced his role as Deep Throat in 2005. What? He kept that secret for 30 years? Yeah. Wild, right? Okay. So, could it be... They say it's magnetic. I wonder if the cache is attached somewhere around here. I'm looking at the directions now with our coordinates. Across the street should be a hotel. That looks about right. I still think it's further up, honestly. Well, we'll just sort of give a quick look around, see if there's anything magnetic attached here. Not looking like it. Let's go further up and see if there's... What size is it, too? That'll be important to note. Oh, it's a micro. Okay. So, this kind of makes the most sense, but the coordinates say it's farther up. And the difficulty is a 3.5. Wow, okay. Well, I think we're actually at the right place. I think the coordinates are a little bit off. So let's keep looking here. Difficulty is a 3.5. It's not a bolt. I'm also being cautious. They had said watch out for security guards in the past activity logs, so I don't see any security guards around here, but I am cognizant of muggles and cars walking by. So let's keep walking. Keeping an eye out on these magnetic railings down here. I'm not giving up on this, I just want to take a look at other places it could be because the difficulty is 3.5 and it seems a little bit too easy that it would just be on the sign about Watergate. So let's keep moving. There are metal things up here. Oh, okay, that pipe right there looks promising. Did you guys all see the pipe that we passed? I feel like it could be something magnetic inside the pipe, but I'm not seeing any magnetic bits on these, around these flowers. So there's a pole right here and a pole up here. So the kind of micro I'm looking for is one of those super tiny ones that are 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. Yeah, so I've passed it coordinates wise. Just looking at things like these little pipes, these would also be good places for a cache to be, especially if it's a little magnetic micro. So I don't know why I feel like it's in that pipe. If I'm wrong, I'm just a weirdo who's... Am I allowed to go in the garage? That would be cool. Okay, so this is the pipe I was looking at. Feeling it. Nope, nothing. Just an out-of-place rock there. Okay. That's okay. Let's... Ooh, look at all these. If we weren't in an urban area, I'd just sort of be feeling around these, but because we are in an urban area and I don't want to attract attention to myself and have someone come up and say, hey miss, why are you feeling up the pipes? I'm just gonna try and spot it without using my hands for right now. Okay, so let's start back at square one. I am on the proper side of the road, pretty much where the coordinates put me. We're looking for a hybrid letterbox cache. The terrain is a 1.5 and the difficulty is a 3.5. There should be a stamp located within the cache, so although it's a micro, it might be a little bit larger than that 1 centimeter size I was talking about before. And the hint is that it's magnetic. So let's look at some past activity logs to see what past people have said. Sort of give you guys a shot of the city. If you guys have any suggestions too, I'm more than open to them. I wonder if could it be attached to that pole over there? Any of these magnetic poles or these... There are a lot of places for magnet things up there, but the coordinates put us here. Well, and the coordinates can always be a little bit off. Okay. So it looks like this parking garage was supposed to be torn down at some point, but it's still hanging in there for the next 3 years. So shake the sign. This sign? I don't know if that's gonna do a lot. I mean, happy to do it. Wiggles a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty sturdy. I think it was meant to last a while there. Okay. It looks like a lot of people have logged this as a DNF, but not recently, just in the past. So, looking for some past pictures in the past activity logs as well, to see if anyone's inadvertently given away more than they should have. Oh, and they just have the picture of the sign here. Okay. So I feel like we're definitely in the right spot. It could also be on any number of these metal bars, but I sort of took a cursory glance around them and didn't see. We looked up on those pipes up there. Where else? There's another garage entrance down there, so it could be... Well, okay, I think we need to go up past the parking garage a little bit. We need to get up past this sticking area and be more up on the corner. Lots of magnetic places here. Already looked at the flower bed area, looked on that sign. So this is also magnetic. Big copper bowl. All right. Oh, everybody wave hello to the security camera. Okay. I think I'm all turned around, which isn't going to help us from a navigation perspective. Oh, look at that cute little sign. Could this be it? No, that looks like it's part of the flower bed. Okay. Carezza, you're the first I've seen do a geocaching stream. Seems fun. You thinking out loud narrated very helpful, making the audience understand what's happening, making us feel a part of it. I have some home weekend cleaning to do for now. Won't be able to chat. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I don't know of any other geocaching streamers out there, but I know of a lot of geocachers, so I'm really glad to connect with more geocachers and streamers, and hopefully try and merge the two. So thank you very much for your contributions in chat. I really appreciate it. All right. So, I'm gonna get myself oriented. Up to our right is sort of the more populated area. Back where we came from, at this little split in the road, you can see there's a little island there. That's where we came from. This little side split road, which is right next to the garage. I was looking at this pipe here, or these pipes in here. Hello, beautiful. Okay. That guy just heard me say hello, beautiful to the wall. All right. That's okay. We're moving on. So, difficulty could be a 3.5 because of how stealthy you have to be to grab this cache.
If I don't have one right now, it's working.
But it does look like it's a little bit further back. Alright, let's just feel this pipe. There are like Coke cans back there, which aren't magnetic, so they're not going to help us. I don't think aluminum cans are magnetic. Alright. This is the parking garage. It wants us to be I'll keep walking along the parking garage. Is there can we walk on top of the parking garage? Did this just turn into a parkour channel? Very possibly. Oh, okay. Different ways to hack it. You guys. You can walk on top of the parking garage. Okay. All right. Let's see if our coordinates get us any closer over here. I think I'm allowed to walk up here. I mean, there are benches and stuff, so. Okay. So, everybody, look cool, look calm, look collected. Difficulty 3.5. So far, that is proving dead on accurate. A lot of magnetic stuff over here. So let's try and let's see if we can hack this the way that a cache owner would. If I were a cache owner, where would I want my cache to be? It's a micro, but it might have a stamp in it or near it. Under the table, honestly. But if I'm a non-geocacher and I find it and the cache gets muggled or taken by someone who's not a cacher, happens all the time, super unfortunate, then that would be a bummer. So let's take a look at the coordinates again and see, because you can see here, I'm right on top of where I was down there. There's that Watergate sign. So yeah, I think we need to walk back this way. Let's take the actual road. It has not escaped me that there are security cameras everywhere and there's someone sitting in a car just watching. But it is a Saturday and this is an office park area, so it's not as populated as it would be during the weekday. Guys, look at all this metal. We're right on top of where we need to be. I didn't even think about walking on top of the garage. Okay, so there's the sign from what happens to the cache if it gets muggled? Do you report it to the website? Yes, you do. If you're the cache owner or someone who's looking for the cache and you think it got muggled, you write to the site and they can archive it, meaning they'll temporarily disable the cache until the cache owner has an opportunity to get back out and replace the cache. Sometimes they don't get replaced and they're permanently archived, but it's a bummer when that happens. Okay, so we're now past the coordinates. We need to kind of be back on top of that sign, and I'm just guessing that it's up here because this is a less traversed area. I don't have any. It could actually be where we were before, but I figure I'll just take a look. Nope, that doesn't move. Oh, that moves. Hello. Moves only a little bit. Nope, not underneath there. Okay. So, again, we're on top of the sign. So let's sit here, kind of take a look at what our options are. Our options are back over to those tables, somewhere along this magnetic fence, if it is actually up here, or perhaps could it be underneath that light post? Getting thrown off because they have Christmas lights attached to this, so I keep looking for the micro-sized cache and getting distracted by the Christmas lights. Okay. Really quick peek. Nope. Okay. Sometimes caches actually are under there on light posts, but not today. All right. All right. I'm willing to concede that while this looked like a great place and a less conspicuous place for a cache to be hidden, it may not actually be up here. Just because I would hide a cache here doesn't mean that other cachers would hide a cache here. Okay, just taking a quick peek. So if I'm looking down from above, being careful not to drop my phone and the selfie stick, looking down, is there anything that's out of place along here? Anything that stands out? It's pretty much just Christmas light alternating with the fence bars. Looking down from above, I don't see anything on that Watergate investigation sign that would give me pause. Let me know if you guys can see anything that I should look into. Okay. I'm going to sit down again, look through some past activity logs. I'll try and talk you guys through what I'm seeing in the activity logs. We're right on top of the sign, right on top of the coordinates, and there's nothing really in this fence that's like, you can see my shoe sticking out and kind of feeling around. Nothing in here that's strange or out of place. But if I'm looking down from above, we see the lamp post. And we see that sign. Wow, the sign's kind of warped. Can you guys see how warped the sign is? The bottom, it's this silver thing here. The bottom is kind of bending out from underneath it. I hope that wasn't from me shaking it. Okay. It's a magnetic cache. This much we know. So, I mean, it could also be on like those parking meters or that sign down there. I think those coordinates are a little bit farther back than where we want to be, but I'm going to sit down, look through the activity logs nonetheless, and hope that someone will have maybe given an inadvertent hint. I'll sort of pan the camera for you guys. Let me know if you see anything on the fence here that I should look into. Wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. So there are posted coordinates for this cache, but in the description of the cache, there are wait, this is wild. I need to make a decision. Okay. In the description for the cache on the app, it talks about giving you directions to navigate. Oh, the bus broke down. Okay. It gives you directions to navigate yourself to where this second meeting occurred with Deep Throat. Y'all, I wonder, is the cache here at the coordinates? Or is this waypoint for this cache just simply a waypoint? And we're supposed to use this cache description to navigate from the waypoint. Y'all, I don't know what to do. This is a critical decision point. Okay. I'll look into some more. When I read the cache description the first time, I just thought that they were actually posting text from a transcript. Like, I didn't look into it as part of the cache. I thought it was more of a historical note. Well, what do you guys think? Should we let this cache go and move on to a traditional cache? Because again, this is a letterbox hybrid. Or should we actually follow these directions and try and navigate ourselves to possibly where this cache might be? It's a risk either way, because we can navigate ourselves there and it not be there because the coordinates have us here. It's an adventure. I actually think we are supposed to read this description that's written as like a text transcript of the conversation with Deep Throat and navigate to the cache away from the coordinates. Okay. I mean, okay. So, listen to this. At the location you will find a sign. We found that sign. Read it, then walk north past the parking garage entrance, which we've done a couple of times. That's how we got up here. Whoops, you're looking at me. That's how we got up here. Under the bridge of the Fiery Cross. What? The bridge of the Fiery Cross. Oh. We passed a church to get here. Is it there? Okay. Then veer left off the island, past the fountains, keep walking till you see the Parthenon floating above 6 trees. You guys, I just wanted to come geocaching, and I have to be a code breaker for Enigma. We're gonna do it though, because I've put time into this and I'm intrigued. I'm sorry for dragging you guys along. I thought it was just posted coordinates. I did not realize that there were clues. All right, let's do this. It's gonna be awesome. Actually, while I'm up here and I have a brief respite, I'm gonna plug my charger in so that I don't lose you guys halfway through. Well, I'm sure whatever security guard has the Saturday morning shift is keeping an eye on me on these cameras bracing on this building. He's having a mighty laugh. Okay. Y'all, I feel wicked bad. Sorry about... I really just thought the description was some sort of eccentric posting about the historical significance of Watergate, and I didn't think about it as a part of the cache. I mean, it may not be a part of the cache. We're gonna find out, but we've pretty much banged around everything that's metal in this area, and I don't think they're gonna take too kindly to us doing it some more. Alright, cool. On our way. Man, it is really raining. Okay, we have to walk under the fiery bridge with the cross. There's a bridge back there. I remember it being attached to a church. So yeah. For those of you who are watching my stream for the first time, this is what I do. My name is Mandy. I've been geocaching for 11 years. Geocaching has been a game since 2000. I started my stream about a month ago, and I'm loving it, bringing you guys out on these little adventures. I alternate between urban areas and like we are in today, and going out into the woods and the wilderness. I'm gonna be caching and streaming for as long as the weather will allow me. I want to remain traveling outdoors for as long as possible. Hey, Gunter33 and Mechanic Media. Thanks for following. Alright, so this is the church I was talking about. That's the bridge. Let's see. Alright. Veer left. It says off the island. After it. We're passing under the bridge now. And it says veer left. And past the fountains. Okay, I'm not seeing fountains, but there might be fountains down there. Just take a quick peek up here. Parthenon floating above 6 trees. Y'all, what? Great, I think there might be fountains down here. Taking a guess. It is really raining. When I just started, it was out drizzling a little bit, and now that I don't have my head in my phone, I realize how damp it really is. Oh wait, are these meant to be fountains? No. Possibly. Maybe. Okay. Well, we'll keep walking down here. Keep walking till you see the Parthenon floating above 6 trees. Okay. Looking back at where we were, we had the option to veer left where that car is turning right now, but we also can make our way around this island here. I think what they're referring to as island is kind of this grouping of buildings connected by the sidewalk. And the fountains possibly that I was thinking of were maybe over there, but because it's December 1st, oh yeah, happy December, you guys. Everything's shut off. Okay, I think maybe we're gonna go back and veer left at what were the presumable fountains in the on season. Only because I don't think they'd have that waypoint where that sign was about the Watergate scandal. I don't think they'd have the waypoint so far from where the cache is located. I don't know, this could be a wash all in all. I really could be following the directions to the T, and it could not be there, so this is part of the adventure, we'll figure it out. So, this is where I think fountains are in the on season. These private residences. So, I'm from New England. You may have figured that out by the amount I say wicked. I'm in Virginia right now, though. And in New England, it's pretty easy to give directions because you just use Dunkin' Donuts as a reference point. That's no joke. It's like, take a left at that Dunks and take a right at that Dunks that adjoins the gas station. So if they were using Dunkin' Donuts as a reference point, this would be a piece of cake. Alright, we're looking for the Parthenon, hovering over 6 trees. I wonder if anyone told them that the Parthenon is not in Washington, D.C. Whoa. Okay. 6 trees. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trees over there. Although honestly, why do I feel like these aren't going to be real trees that we're talking about? 1, 2, 3 trees. How many trees are up there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trees up there? What? Is this supposed to be like the Parthenon up here? There's 6 trees up that way. Can you guys see those evergreens up there? Alright, I'm gonna make a mental note of this place and come back up here. Let's keep walking, see if there are any other Parthenons on, what is it? Parthenon floating above 6 trees. Okay, the next part of the clue is, there you will sit across, wait a minute. There you will sit across from the violets. Wait a minute. Hang on. There are violets down there. If those are 6 trees, and there are violets down there, let's just see. Let's just check this out. Looking for a seat over there. I don't see a bench, but those are the violets. Are violets year-round flowers? How would they... Okay, so here are the violets. Parthenon above 6 trees. Oh, I think they're referring to the shape of this building. Okay, and then they say have a seat. So let's go sit across from the violets. Okay. Well, I could sit down here, but I'm not gonna. Because this is all concrete. We're looking for a magnetic cache. Am I even allowed to be here? Let's get to the heart of the issue. Am I trespassing? Let's just see if there are other violets around here. So I don't think they want us to sit on the concrete steps, honestly. I don't. Alright. There you will sit across from the violets. So there's no seating up here. It looks like. I mean, there's a lot of magnetic stuff. Here are some more violets. This is not magnetic, so I think we're thinking maybe along the metal bars up here. Okay, there are other people up here, so I'm glad I am allowed to actually be up here. More violets. Okay. There were 6 trees up here. They're up here. I don't think I can actually get up there. I think it's more supposed to be the vantage point of the Parthenon, meaning this building that kind of has a triangular rooftop, hovering above the 6. Okay, there's some violets up here. Let's see if we can walk all the way around. We're supposed to take a seat across from the violets. Y'all, this is some kooky stuff right here. I don't know who came up with these directions, but I would say they're directions very, very loosely. So we're kind of hovering above where we were before. Oh, hello. We're allowed to go up here? Why not? There is a lot of junk down there. Yeah, we're not across from the violets anymore. Oh, hello. Hello, beautiful. How's it going? Okay. We have some violets. We have locked on some violets. Okay. So they said when you sit down, which I'm sorry folks, I'm not going to do on this rainy, wet cement. What did they say? To your right of your seat, you'll reach under and find the secret of Watergate. Okay, there are some benches up there. I think we're actually looking for a bench, not a wet stoop. Are you joking? You guys, this is exactly where we were before. This is exactly where we were before. Remember where I was when I was sort of looking under those lampposts? It was directly above the sign. It's right over there. Y'all. Okay. Well, I still couldn't have made it over here without the description of where we needed to go. This is just sort of a roundabout. Getting my steps in today. Alright. More violets. Here's a bench. Awesome. Another bench over there, so I like our chances. However, neither of these benches are magnetic, so I like our chances fairly less. They say sit across from the violets and reach under your seat. Well, I can't really sit on the cement steps and reach under my seat. This is metal, and so is this. But I think they get traversed enough that they're not going to place the cache there. Alright. Y'all, the difficulty on this is a 3.5, and honestly, I get it. Honestly, I do. Alright, let's look. Not seeing anything, but they said to sit down, so okay. I'm sitting down, we're regrouping, we are up here. We have found the location with the 6 trees. I think the 6 trees are over there. And the Parthenon, either this is the Parthenon or the building behind it is the Parthenon with the triangular rooftop. Or I'm making it up. That's also a possibility. Okay. It says, sit across from the violets. There are violets over there. To your right of your seat, you'll reach under. Oh, to your right of your seat. Nope, that's to my left. Hello. Hi, I went to college. I know my lefts and my rights. To the right of your seat. There's to the right. Reach under. Okay. Well, I can't really reach under that. I'll give it a try. But now we know it's not underneath our seat. It's to the right of our seat. Yeah, that is like pretty firmly cemented in there. So there are more violets right over here, but we can also sit across from the violets over here. Here are the violets, sitting under here, to the right of your seat. There's the left, I did it again. There's the right. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. But there are more violets over here. Okay. It's not usually like this for those of you who haven't watched my stream before. This is like an actual puzzle, more of a treasure hunt cache. It's quite difficult to get to it because it's not just going to a posted coordinate and finding the cache box. This is like an actual hunt. Usually it's like I have the coordinates, navigate to the coordinates, spend a few minutes looking around, then sign the log. This is putting in a lot of time and effort. That's okay. Nothing wrong with time and effort. It's just a lot. All right. So sit across from the violets. Here are some violets. If we were to sit across from them, we'd be here. I'm not going to sit down because my rear is already quite wet from sitting down the other seats. To your right, reach under. So I guess anywhere along here could be. It's a magnetic case. To your right. Like, could it be under here? This is all magnetic. There's nothing to really reach under over here. It's more just a metal topping on top of this garden. And I use the word garden loosely. Sit across from the violets. Okay, well, could also be here and reaching under here. There's a lot of metal to be had. Oh, wait a minute. Could it be under here? Do you see this? Before I stick my hand into that nastiness, I'll just try and get a look with the camera. Yeah, no. I'm sitting across from the violets. To my right, it says reach under. Nothing attached to the pole here. This, like, plaster has just completely peeled off. Okay. Farther down here, let's take a look. I'm stumped, you guys. I am stumped. Sort of looking under. Anything magnetic there? Nope. Just part of the fence is falling apart up there. Something look off about that fence. No. Okay. I don't know what to do. I mean, I thought the 6 trees were over there, and I think that's the Parthenon we're alluding to. There are a lot of beds of violets, a lot of places to sit up here. So reaching under to find something magnetic. Doesn't really super duper help us. I just cop a quick feel under there. No kidding, the difficulty is 3.5. Goodness gracious. No. So there's all this. Nowhere to sit, of course. Is there anywhere to sit in there? No. However, we're following directions from the 1970s. Things are bound to have changed a little bit. All right, let's go back out to the street and see if we can't find those flower beds again and any place to sit and anything to the right that we could reach underneath. So if we sat on that bench, look to our right, we'd be looking over here. Something magnetic. I mean, those aren't anything. I have found a cache that looks exactly like that though. I just didn't have anything to open it with before. It says reach under. No. Nope. There's a slab of concrete right there. It says sit down and to your right. Reach under. No. So let's go see if there's another place down here we could sit, like perhaps a park bench. There are more seats over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could there possibly be a different set of 6 trees? Wait a minute, to your right. No, they're not going to put it in a grate. I'm trusting my geosense on this one that they're not going to just stick things in the storm drain. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 trees down here. No places to sit across from violets. Well, there are more violets here. Okay. So sit, reach under. If I were to sit here across from the violets, to my right. Oh. Alright, there's a muggle coming by, so I'm going to pretend to be filming the flowers and everybody just act natural. Everybody just look cool. That actually is a pretty cool view up there. So if I'm sitting here next to the violets and I reach under, I mean, could there be something in there? I don't know. I'm thinking more of a magnetic micro attached to these pipes here. These sprinkler pipes. There's one muggle who's watching me, but I'm counting on him not being too interested in what I'm doing. Okay, I don't see a magnetic micro cache under here. I'm feeling around. Yeah. It's just chains and bolts, stuff that belongs there. Dang, that would have been a really great place. As far as the magnetic micro goes. Okay, let's keep going. I'm open to suggestions if anyone in chat has any suggestions of things I may have blown past, not looked too closely at. But for it being December 1, there are a lot of violets, I'll tell you that much. Okay. Just taking one last quick peek up here, and then I'm gonna go back around the front, beside the building we came. I think this is supposed to be here. Yeah. That doesn't feel like it wants to wiggle. Of course. Nah. Okay. Alright, so quick recap. We are on a treasure hunt right now for a cache in Virginia that is tied to the Watergate scandal. And I've been like feeling around the magnetic parts of this building for, well, if anyone wants to ask what the uptime is, that's how long I've been feeling around this building. So there's a metal grate right there. I don't think we're gonna stick our fingers up there. Not today, Satan, not today. Yeah, okay. Instead of coordinates, we're working off of kind of a convoluted list. I don't even want to say directions. The directions are like pretty wonky. Look for the Parthenon floating above 6 trees. Sit on the bench. To your right, reach under. Now granted, I'm not 100% certain that this isn't just a wonky cache description, but when we were looking around the coordinates before, of where we were actually supposed to be, there was nothing. There was nada. We got bupkis. So, here are some violets. These are the most prominent violets. There's the Parthenon. 6 trees are up there. We were just up there. So, if we were to sit down across from the violets, I mean, we'd be on the cement. There's nothing really metal. Could this be it? Okay, Richard's gas vent. I really think Richard probably wants to keep his gas vent there, but doesn't mean we can't just poke around. Why is that? Okay. Demas, how's it going? This is a cache that I very greatly need assistance on, so I'm very glad you're in chat. Yeah, we're not gonna... That has some give to it, but we're not gonna trespass or damage anything for the sake of the stream. Okay, walking back, here are some violets. Yeah, no, undoubtedly, anybody who's at home watching is drier than I am right now. It was only starting to drizzle a little bit when I started, and now, obviously, here we are. I'm quite damp. Could reach under. See, my confusion is if it's a letterbox hybrid, how is there a stamp in a micro? Okay, I'm turning back around. I did pass the temple, yeah. So, okay, yeah, let me back up to where we are. I'm gonna get under this overhang. Okay, so I was up by the sign. Yeah, I was up by the sign before, came down, walked underneath the bridge that they were talking about, walked north under the bridge, and then took a left. Wait a minute, yeah. So, wait a minute. Could this all have been thrown off by some poor navigation? That is very possible. But yeah, so I passed the Arlington Temple with the cross and the flame, walked underneath the bridge. I thought it had said from where the sign is which is where we started this little venture. We found the sign, the Watergate sign, and we walked north past the parking garage entrance under the bridge of the Fiery Cross. So we walked under here, and then we banged a Louie. Wait a minute. Wait. Demas, I'm reading your comments now. Look at the temple. The temple is held up with 6 concrete pillars. So the temple is supposed to be the Parthenon? Wait a minute, my mind is blown. What? Okay. 6 concrete pillars serving as trees. You know, I had said this earlier in the stream that we were gonna go for trees, but it's likely gonna be a euphemism for trees. Religious, okay. All right, so Church of the Fiery Red Cross. We have the 6 pillars. Now we need to navigate to those violets with some seating. Sit across from the violets. There are violets everywhere I look. To your right of your seat, reach under and find the secret of Watergate. Hey, Gunter33 is still with us. Awesome. Yeah. Demas is a massive help in my chat, helping me navigate when my hands are too cold. Okay. We're looking for some violets and we're looking for some seating. Thank you for making that connection for me. I had not made the connection of these pillars being the 6 trees and the temple being the Parthenon. Find a metal bench. Okay, I can find a metal bench. Not a problem. I mean, there are a lot of places to sit. I can navigate up there. I'll go down first before we go up.
What is the bus is stopping, please? The bus.
Oh, bus stop. That's a great question. I'm not sure. I don't live in this area. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. Looking for a metal bench. Or any kind of bench. Oh, hold on a second. Heyo. Let's hang out here for a second. So it says sit down and then to your right, reach under. So this is just my first guess as far as seating goes. I don't want to sit down though. It's so damp and my hands are so cold. All right, I'm not seeing. Let's just take a look. Nobody's around. It says to the right, right? So this might not be the right bench. Yeah, these are sort of, this part's metal and this part's wood. So it's a combination. All right. Let's keep looking for another bench. Hey, Ken, how's it going? All right, need to be more by the temple area. Okay, how do you know this? Have you been to this cache before? I'm so impressed. You just come into chat and you're just like, yeah, they're not real trees, Mandy. They're concrete pillars. Okay, so we're back by the temple area. Let's cross the street and actually get over to the temple. You guys, at the top of this stream, I set out for... Oh, I need to cross down there. My bad. I set out to find 3 caches today, and this one cache has taken me the entire time I've been streaming. It's a 3.5 difficulty, and honestly, I feel like after this, I think I'll go be a code breaker for Enigma because, well, I guess they already broke Enigma, so that's not going to do much good, but... Yeah, but even if you're thousands of miles away in the UK, I feel like there's a really big geocaching community in DC, a lot of which is comprised of tourists because it's such a big tourist destination. So there are more places to sit over there. I'm just going to take a stroll up here, see if there's any kind of metal bench in this area. I am very damp, you guys. I am uncomfortably damp. You have to look at my shoes. These are not the kind of shoes you want to get really particularly wet. They're built for like mucking stalls, being out by a ranch. Oh well. Alright. So we're looking for a bench by this church slash gas station combination. Cross there, keep the temple on your right. Okay. Wait, cross to the left or cross to the right? I have a couple options. Either way, the temple will be on my right. There you are? Alright. We'll cross here. Towards the neon sign. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. I'm not seeing any benches up here. That's okay. We'll keep going. In pots? Really? Because I said to sit down and look to your right. They say, the hint says it's a magnetic cache. Right here? Yeah, okay, so I see them looking for a magnetic cache. There are violets in here. Yeah, my only hesitation about this is it's not magnetic, best I can tell. And the terrain is a 1.5, meaning it's not wheelchair accessible, but this clearly is. There's nowhere, maybe by that hoop. Sorry, I'm not seeing a hoop. Take a seat. Okay, there are no benches or chairs here. I know there are some back where we... Beneficent, how's it going? The bike rack or whatever that is. Yeah. Oh, I see. I think it might be a bike rack. None of these are geocaching bolts. Still on the orange bit. Yeah, that's definitely not supposed to be sat on. But if I had, and I reached under, to the right would put me underneath this flower pot. But yeah, it's not magnetic, so okay. Yeah, let's try and rehack this. Alright. We passed under the fiery bridge over here to our left. We know that the 6 trees with the Parthenon, thanks to Demas, is the church, not a literal 6 trees in a pointy building. It wants us to why is there a bolt sticking out of the... No. Just checking. No stone unturned. Okay. Walk. Okay. Veer left off the island and past the fountains. So those are supposed to be fountains in the off-season. So we came down from this direction here. That's the bridge. Walk down. Veer left off the island. I'm not sure which island they're referring to. If they're referring to that one up there, which is where we were before, or this one down here, past the fountains. Keep walking till you see the Parthenon floating above 6 trees. Well, that's where we are anyway, so we're here. Then you will sit across from the violets. Okay, I think there are chairs up here. Let's go back up there and see if we can't scope out some benches up here. Crosswalk Island? Yeah. Let's scope it out. The only thing again though is there's no place to sit. Like, not even to just sort of rest. Or lean up against. There's a place to sit over here, but there are no violets. We did scope that out already. Okay. Trying a different strategy. I was going to take you guys to the hardest cache I've ever found, which inadvertently I've already done, because this is far and away the hardest cache, just as far as time it's taking me to navigate this, but also recognizing that I can't do this without the help of you guys in chat, so thank you very much. Okay, so that's the bridge we walked under. There's the fiery cross, the Parthenon with the 6 trees. There are, looks like 6 concrete pillars. Well, wait a minute. There are violets here. Is it possible to sit on anywhere along here? Reach under? Is any of that promising? No. Let's go back down here. I may have overshot it a little bit. If I'm sitting here near the violets and I reach under, under to the right. Could it be under that lamppost over there? Perhaps. Hello, it's me, your local neighborhood creep. Just scouting out the buildings. Nothing to see here. What are we? No, we are nothing. Okay. Alright. Could have been cool. Yeah, the clue does say pass the fountains and keep walking. Veer left off the left of the island. Okay, if I'm walking down here, veer left of the island and pass the fountains and keep walking until you see the Parthenon floating above 6 trees. So wait a minute, could it be farther up here and I have to see it floating above the actual trees up there? The wood and metal ones? Okay, I'll go back. But no, it says need to sit across from the violets. There were no violets down there. And then to the right of your seat, you'll reach under and find the secret of Watergate. I'll go back and look. No harm in looking. But then I think I might walk farther up and see the actual, maybe it's the steeple that's supposed to be floating above some trees from a different vantage point. Okay, so we are here back at these wood and metal benches. To the right, reach under. Okay, well, there's a fake rock over there, but that's probably their business. No violets over here. There are violets everywhere else, but no harm in looking. Nope, that doesn't move. And nothing under that. Whoop. That opens though. Not for me to play with. Okay. That's someone else's business. Take a seat is always assigned seat benchers. Yeah, okay. But then it says to the right, reach under. So if I'm sitting here, I'm not going to actually sit down only because the bench is very, very wet. And I'm reaching under. I'm feeling around. I don't see the Parthenon floating above 6 trees. It's kind of hidden behind the trees, but I guess if the floating is meant to be on the concrete, then that makes sense. So I'm going to take another quick peek on the right side of these benches. Let me know if you guys see anything that I can't see. Yeah. Just because the violets thing is throwing me off, I'm going to walk up to where I saw benches before. That's going to give me a little bit better vantage point of where I am. And we'll see if we get a little bit luckier. Just real quick, gonna check that it's not under here. Oh, it could be. I mean, who's to say? Nope. Just a lot of junk. Something just occurred to me. I've been using this as a reference point for the fountains, but looking at the structure and the architecture used, I don't think this building was built until after the 70s. And the hunt for information we're supposed to be emulating took place in 1972, 73. So these could be the wrong fountains. But here's a bench. No violets, but no harm in taking a look. Oh, there are violets over there. Hello. Okay, let's sit down. Or let's not sit down and just... Let's see. I sat here in the warm. What you get? What? Any coffee places nearby? Yes, there are a couple coffee places nearby. I will definitely need to stop and get something hot coffee, hot cocoa-esque to warm up from this, and possibly not walk home like I normally would. Okay, I'm feeling under this bench. But also, if I'm sitting down here, magnetic, it could also be underneath this trash can, you guys. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, under the bin. Okay. Can I just... Rusty Pigman, hey, what's up? Can I just... I'm pretty, like, wet and cold. Can I stick the camera under there and you guys can tell me if there's anything underneath? Will you guys do that for me? Okay. Yeah, this is unpleasant. Sorry about the wet view. Okay. I'm gonna stick the camera under there. You guys let me know if you see anything cool. We're looking for a magnetic nano type cache. Was there anything under there? Is it worth looking? Sorry, I realized that the view is probably fogged up from the rain. Alright, I'm just gonna feel under there. Need to have a good feel. Only saw partial bottom of the thing. Okay, alright, let me take a look. Ah! I'm feeling under a garbage can, you guys. Commitment to the mission is strong. I'm not feeling anything. Reach under. Like, there's another lid, like, part of the bin. I think, yeah, I'm gonna just sort of look under using the camera for a second. I think all we're seeing is just parts of the bag. What's the clue? Feel under the rim at the top near the support pole. Yeah, I've been looking under there, not having a good feel. Yeah, the clue, Rusty Pigman, is pretty convoluted. Oh, there's like nothing in here, so I can just look straight down into it. The clue is actually a series of directions that are taking us to the actual location of the cache. Supposedly, the first coordinates were just the beginning of the clue, and so now we have no coordinates and we're just going off of a cache description of how to get there. Alright, I'm looking down into the trash. I'm not seeing anything because it kind of has like a translucent bottom. Yeah, nothing. I got squat. Okay. I can't tell if it's more or less efficient to have my glasses on because they're pretty fogged up. Okay. Let's see. Beneficent. Does it make sense to walk back down past the temple, crosswalk island to your right, then find a spot where you can look back and see the temple? Yeah, I can definitely do that. So this is the vantage point I wanted. I'll show you guys. So we're sort of above the tree line, this like parking lot tree line, if you will. This is what I had been hoping for. Before I was on top of that building. Those were the 6 trees. You can see the 6 evergreens. That's where I was walking along before. And I was trying to tee up the roofs of these buildings along those evergreen trees. Yeah, it all makes so much sense. Yeah, I know. Okay. But, you know, this is why they rated it a 3.5. This is definitely wheelchair accessible, so I guess it wouldn't make sense for this to be a terrain 1.5. We have to keep that in mind too, that it's not supposed to be wheelchair accessible. Let's go see if there's a bench over here. Oh, there's another bench over here. Okay. There you are. Feel the bench again. Okay, yeah, I'll go back to that bench. I'm just gonna look at this one first. Take a quick look this way. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary here. I'll look underneath as well. This way. Yeah. Pretty. Hyperlink, how's it going? We need as much help as we can get on this cache. We've been working on it since the start of the stream. I mean, also, reach under to the right could mean this. There's a light here. This could all be magnetic, but well, I don't see anything. So let's go back to that bench. I'll give that other bench another quick feel. Yeah. That uptime though. Okay. They said to the right. Just give this a good kick. That doesn't move. Nope. Let's give another look. No. I see Bupkis. Okay. Looking under here. Not seeing anything. Okay. Taking a peek down the other side of the bench. Wheelchair navigate those narrow paths. Yeah, they would. I mean, it likely would not be comfortable, but they are wide enough. I mean, it could be a 1.5 because maybe it's in something metal or magnetic over here, but like through this brush. But I think we can go back down. Well, we have a couple options. We can go back up here and we can maybe go see if there's something on those evergreen trees up there. Or we can go back down to where that crosswalk was before and try and find more seating down around there. This area up here is very secluded. Like, this area makes like a lot of sense to me. It's on top of the parking garage where the first meeting took place with Deep Throat during the I've completely forgotten the name of it. Watergate scandal. Yeah. Okay. Just taking a quick peek. Nothing magnetic. Back through here, right where we were looking. I'm just checking things like along the metal poles. So the cache is hidden in a spot where disabled people could reach from a wheelchair. No, it's hidden in a place where folks who are wheelchair bound cannot navigate to it. The terrain is higher than a 1.1, which means it's not wheelchair accessible. I think these fountains are still throwing me off. Let's go down farther and see if we can't find another set of fountains, because again, this is taking place in the 70s and this building, its architecture looks quite new. Yeah. And this is the fountain that's off, but is on in the on season. So that's where we were before, crossing the street. A lot of seating down here. And a lot of violets down here. Let's take a look down here. The cross the island. Yeah. Yeah, that part's confusing me too, where it says to veer left. So the description says to veer left of the island. Veer left of or veer left off of. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. Typos can kill you guys. Right now it's killing my vibe. Okay, so a lot more seating over here. More violets over there. We are technically across from the violets over here. Or over there we could go sit. And street equals lava. Yeah. This is all magnetic. If I were to sit here and look to my right, do you guys see that like black pole sticking out? I'm on one of the islands. It said veer left of the island. So if I were walking down here and that where that car just turned right there, if that were the island, to veer left of it could lead me here. Or if I'm walking up to the island over there, to veer left could mean, oh my gosh, there's so many different interpretations of this direction. But I'm here right now. I'm gonna scope out this little like post in the ground. Nope, that does not want to come out. Okay, everybody run. Everybody sprint. Okay. I'm across from the violets. Look down to your right. So we already scoped out over there. There's nowhere to sit along that side of the church. We were just sitting right over there. We walked up along there. Other places to sit. And we can go sit over by this south building. We can also go sit over here. These flower pots look great, but they don't seem to be magnetic. Yeah. There's some kind of really hard plaster concrete combo. Reach under. All right. I could be sitting here across from those violets, look down to my right, and that would lead me to any number of magnetic things over here. It says to reach under. Sorry that I'm repeating myself to you guys. I don't want to get confused on any of the clues. Does it need to be magnetic? That's a great question. I'm gonna say yes, only because the hint is that it's magnetic. Okay, more violets over here. Well, let's just go scope it out over there. Why not? Reach under normally signifies the place you are sitting. Yep. It does, but it in the description says, wait, I need to reread the description. To your right of your seat, you'll reach under. Okay. Ah, okay. So back onto magnetic seating then. Back to the benches. But if sitting, it would be wheelchair accessible. Yeah, that's what I would think too. Okay, there is a bench up there. Looks like it's been here a long time. I don't want to get our hopes up. Can someone ask Nightbot what the weather is for me? Just so I have a sense of what I'm dealing with. You guys see this bench? Okay. Sit down and to the right. So, let's look under this bench, you guys. Whoop. 41. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, DC is pretty nice when it rains. Because a lot of the Smithsonian museums are free, so you can just go inside. Okay. So I'm looking. I'm not seeing anything. I'm gonna flip the camera around so you guys can look under too, but so also I can get a different vantage point. Go from here. All right, let's keep going. Let's try and hack this a different way. That bench would have been great though, because it looks like it's been here forever. This part would not be wheelchair accessible, it looks like, either. Yeah, Rusty Pigman, it is a tough one, I know. Jonathan, how's it going? So, status update. Go look again. You mean by the black bench you were just at, Demas? I'll go look again. I'm not giving up on this one. You guys, I've spent the entire stream looking for this, so we're committed. What about that black thing right next to it? Yeah, that is a trash can. Wait a minute. Yeah, I don't want to mess around with... Whoop. Hello. That's not for me. Hardcore rain. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Status update. I'm incredibly damp. It started drizzling just a little bit when I started the stream. I was like, I can do this. I'm a tough New Englander, and my other phone just died. I don't know if it's because it's wet or cold, so just put you guys on high alert. Hopefully this phone will keep streaming through the rain. I hope. But yeah, we've been working on this one for 2 hours now. Can I get under the trash can? You know, I love you guys, I do, but you ask a lot of me. Yeah. I mean, I don't know who would honestly put a cache underneath a trash can, only because, not because it's gross or anything, but because it gets so much use during the day, right? Like, it has to be... Okay, I'm gonna sit for a second in the pool of water on the bench. It's open, taking a peek. It says under. There's the little ashtray. I can't get under it, no. The only part I can get under is like this front door. I'm trying to get a better angle. I'm not seeing anything. As if it were sat on the bench. Yeah, and I've been feeling under this bench. I'll take another look at it. I know, this is a really difficult one. The difficulty is 3.5 out of 5, so that much makes sense. But knowing that it's a micro, but it's also a letterbox hybrid, it's kind of a new genre for me. I'm not even too sure what I should be looking for. Does anyone in chat have experience with a letterbox before? I found an actual letterbox geocaching last weekend, but not a letterbox hybrid, so I don't really know what the qualifications are. Okay. Sorry about this vantage point right now. I'm just kneeling on the ground trying to get a good look. So these are kind of plastic Adirondacks. Better vantage points. No real seating over there on the other side of this Parthenon. Let's just go check some. I know this is against my better advice, but let's go check some of these electrical boxes. You never know. No, this is like legitimately supposed to be here. But I did find a cache that looked exactly like this when I was in Boston. Go get warm? Never! Thanks for the suggestion, though. Alright, you guys, if I'm a famous reporter in the 70s and I'm trying to bring down the president, where am I hiding my clues? Letterbox hybrid container must contain a rubber stamp and a logbook. So... sorry to whoever is in chat with the Cyrillic alphabet. I don't have any Russian under my belt. It says it's a micro. So I don't know how it contains a rubber stamp and a logbook if it's a micro. All right. Lots of places to sit. A lot of metal benches or chairs. Yeah, exactly. Beneficent. Yeah, that's... I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit concerned about how long I've been sort of lurking in this area. Lurking in chat is cool. Lurking in a public place with a camera and a suspicious selfie stick, not cool. Yeah, you all are my witnesses. Do you think they'll... I was gonna say, I hope they take subs as bail money. Alright. I have a feeling I still don't know anything about fountains, right? Because we talked about the fountains up there as maybe not having been here in the 70s, just because of the architecture of the building is way too nice and new. Reach under. Can't overlook a good sign pole. Okay. There are violets here. My other phone is back online, so that's good news. So I think my next idea is to just kind of go back to where I was. Well, no, I've kind of looked everywhere. I was on top of this building over here, which is actually like the top of a parking garage. I'm a little bit stumped, you guys. I am. The fountains thing, the island hint, these have all kind of confused me. When they say stay left of the island, if this is the island here, this little thing in the middle of the street, staying left of it could mean staying over here. It could mean walking down here. There aren't a lot of places to sit. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on in chat. Let's bring it back to geocaching. Okay. All right. Let's just cross here. See if there's anything up here that would lead us to believe that it's up here. But this could also be the island, right? So staying left of the island would mean staying along that street over there. All right, let's go try down there. Yeah, I will, I'm gonna read the full clue all together. My other phone just came back online, so I think this is just cold. And this isn't the clue, by the way, this is the full description. So, from the top, at the location, you'll find a sign. It's a Watergate sign. Read it, then walk north past the parking garage entrance where Deep Throat's meeting occurred the first time. Under the bridge of the Fiery Cross, right over there, Fiery Cross Bridge, and then veer left up the island and past the fountains and keep walking till you see the Parthenon floating above 6 trees. So there you will sit across from the violets. To your right of your seat, you will reach under and find the secret of Watergate. Anything off of that? So we sort of thought, yeah, it is a cool location. I'm in Northern Virginia. So this entire cache or letterbox hybrid is around the whole Watergate scandal. It's kind of themed, which is a great idea, except when we went to the cache coordinates, it's not there. You just have this little hint in the description. Maybe we didn't find the Parthenon yet. So we had 2 thoughts about what the Parthenon was. We thought, I'll flip the camera around so y'all can see. We thought it could be this church, but one of these buildings actually has a triangle-shaped roof. And with the 6 trees, there are 6 columns, like cement columns that the church resides on. But also, when I was up on top of the Deep Throat parking garage up there are actually 6 trees on top of that parking garage that are kind of evergreens. Yeah. So it doesn't have to be one of those 2 things. Those are just the 2 that we've been working with. Sit across from the violets. Alright, I'm gonna go back up there because we've had a lot more people come into the chat since I was last up there, so more eyes I think will help. Many hands make light work, right? There also is an island up past the Watergate sign up here. But because they said to go north, the direction I'm walking toward is more like southeast. When I was walking north, that brought us back past here. So that building to your left has a Parthenon-like angle on the front. Which one? This one? Because this one is the one with the Parthenon, like the triangle-shaped roof. I'm going to take you guys up to the sign. We're going to hash this out from the beginning. I have too many preconceived notions in my head to be an effective code breaker. So my thinking on this isn't exactly clear. I've just kind of convinced myself it has to be in one of a couple places, so we're starting over. Doubting yourself with the 6 trees. The clue almost says go past it. I know. And nowhere in here is there a fountain. Happy December, everyone. All the fountains are shut off, so I don't live in this this neighborhood, so usually it's neat to get into a new neighborhood and scout around. But I feel like I've just taken a walking tour for 2.5 hours of the same one block. But no better way to find it than to go out walking around looking for it. So this is the parking garage where the meeting took place. And this is the Watergate investigation sign. So, you can read a little bit about it. I'm going to take a moment here to sort of peek around because there's another island to our left right here. I'd point to it, but I cannot feel my fingers. I completely wore the wrong gloves out here, and that's my bad. Cotton kills, you guys. So here's an island. Here are some pansies, or violets. This is not going to go well if I completely forget what type of flower we're looking for. Okay, and up here there are places to sit. This is where I started earlier today. Yeah, Demas, this way is south. I know. I wanted to take you guys up here because this is where we began the journey. And there are, as you can see, a lot of places to sit. Like, a lot of places. So, but you can see like the steeple through here. If I were to walk along the other side of where we are right now, you'd see one of the roofs is framed as like just the triangle part of the roof as if it were the Parthenon. So nothing about a fountain, I know, but leaving no stone unturned today. So Violet's here. If I'm sitting down and reaching under to the right of my seat, am I looking under a chair? Am I looking under a table? Probably a table, is my guess. I think it's just, if it really is here, which table? I don't see anything out of the ordinary under here. Sort of feeling around. Could be a fixed structure bolted to the floor. Yeah, these are bolted to the floor. So I'm thinking table then. Okay, let's start over here. But again, none of this is large. Nothing under here looks large enough to like hold a stamp in a logbook. If this were like a micro bolt cache, I'd have complete confidence in our ability to find it, but this is very strange. And now we've sort of gotten away from the violets again. Well, I guess not, because we're sitting across from them. We're still across from them here. Alright, let's keep walking over here. I want to show you guys the trees I was referring to earlier. So the rain is kind of slowing down, which is good for me. So look at all of this seating. And the reason why I'm blowing past it is I want to show you guys the violets that are up here. So we can work our way back from them. That's pretty cool. I don't know what that is. LOL JK Parthenon. No. So that's the building with the triangle shaped roof, and from a certain vantage point on the other side of this building you can see like 6 evergreen trees. Here are the violets. This is kind of where the stream started. So in any number of these places you can sit down and reach under to the right. I don't see anything under this table. Also, there's metal here protecting the brick. Why is there AstroTurf? That's okay. Not the concern today. Looking under the table. Okay, there are more violets over here. Just for hoots and giggles, if we were to sit down here next to the violets and reach over to the right, reach under something, where would that put us? Kind of put us under this metal grate, right? But I don't see anything. Let's get back over here. There's a muggle up here, we have to be careful. So, Violet's right there. This is not a magnetic bench. Stupendous. Okay. Huh. What do you guys think? Reach under here. It's all magnetic. here. Let's walk around all the way around the building. Nothing underneath there. Go ask in Subway where the Parthenon is. And they're going to look at me and say, it's in Greece. Isn't it in Athens? Okay, let's go look up here. I mean, I don't think they're gonna put it in the storm drain. Public scooters? Yeah, they are. They have a really cool thing here in DC where you like hook up the... try to explain it. So they have like an app, and you just scan the QR code on these scooters with the app, and your credit card or debit card is linked up to the app, and you pay by like the minute or the mile on these scooters, and they're all electronic, so you don't have to push. They're super cool. A lot of people use them to commute. Or Nashville, yeah. Okay, I don't think it's gonna be, nope, that's not meant to move. Okay. The other thing I was thinking was this is metal, but nowhere to sit. Like nowhere metal to sit around here. Yeah, I think it's pretty neat. I haven't tried them personally, but it's on my to-do list. So I had also checked under these earlier because I found nano caches or micro caches attached to the bottom of these sprinklers. Not these in particular, but other sprinkler systems. But there's nothing attached to those. Alright, we should be coming up on more violets soon. Just in case. Alright, ta-da! Violets. Now we can see. Here's like the Parthenon, or here's another Parthenon. Like, either way, they're kind of framed by this walkway. But they said, so now this is where we were looking before, right? So there was another bench over there. We checked under the trash can under there. We walked down along both those roads. So I guess we'll go up here. Again, I guess we're looking for metal seating or a place we can sit with something metal nearby. So, just sort of watching my time and also how cold I am, I might have to start winding down the stream, mainly because I can't feel my fingers. A lot of metal here. So, if that's what I end up doing, like sort of winding down the stream. I'm going to avenge this tomorrow. So I'm going to be streaming at 11 tomorrow. And I will let you guys know in the Discord. I'm going to go probably look at the activity logs more closely and see if people kind of gave some inadvertent hints. There's nothing in here I can reach under, can reach into, but nowhere to sit right here. Now I know what's back up there because that's where we just were. Haven't been down here. It looks like this is the top of the bridge that was referenced in the clue. And they didn't say anything about going on top of the bridge. So, there's kind of a city view for you. There's parts of DC. Here's more of Northern Virginia. Some more trees. Excellent. Yeah. This is, well, it's really exciting because trying to find a cache is difficult. I really appreciate all of your guys' help in the chat. It's just a bummer that it's the weather is as unpleasant as it is. It's supposed to be nicer out tomorrow. So I'm not going to log the DNF on this one yet, but instead what I'm going to do is just come back here tomorrow. I'll be back streaming at 11 Eastern tomorrow, and we'll try and hack this from a couple different angles again. How do you use TTS? I don't know, but if you figure it out, will you let me know? I haven't used TTS yet. I've just been reading the chat myself. So yeah, I'm gonna start walking toward warmth and shelter and coffee. The rain has now officially stopped, but I'll sort of give you a sense. So the hat is completely drenched. My ski jacket is completely drenched. Scarf is, and these shoes were not supposed to get wet. They are a completely different shade of brown. Alright, I'm gonna keep walking around the city, and the violets everywhere are going to haunt me. But yeah, I really appreciate all of the help you guys gave today. Thanks to those of you who followed. See, this looks like something, but it's just meant to throw me off. Yeah, so thanks to those of you who follow and support the stream. Sorry that my other phone died halfway through. That's usually how I get notifications about followers or subscribers, and my phone died on me because of the cold, so sorry about that, folks. I think I'm going to cut up this way. Yeah, so this is one of the benches that we tried out early on to no avail. Alright. Are those pillars? Oh, don't do this to me. Which ones? Where are we looking? These are little shrubbery. There are 4 of them. These are pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pillars. Just check these sprinklers, because sometimes it's good to hide a micro on a sprinkler system, you know, casual. Okay. holding up that building. Yeah, this is the same one with the fountain. Oh my gosh, you guys, look. That's a fountain system. You guys. It's just the president. I'm just holding a load of... Yeah. Guys, this is a fountain system. How did we miss this? Okay. Okay. Decision time. So, they said to walk up to the left of the temple, which we did. We are now up past the temple to the left. Then they said to keep walking past the fountain. This is where the fountain is. Floating above 6 trees. Well, okay, I don't know anything about which trees they're referencing now. There you will sit across from the violets, and we were across from the violets over there, to the right of your seat. But it says past the fountains and keep walking until you see them floating. So I'm going to keep walking past these. Is that Santa? Oh gosh. So we're walking past where the fountain would be. I'm gonna leave how irritated I am at myself for not seeing that for another day. Okay, there's another bench over there. There are more violets, but they said floating on 6 trees. Y'all, this description is really messing with me. I think could it possibly be that other bench in there? All right. Here's the deal. I'm going to... Are there more? Yeah, there are trees everywhere. I'm going to go back and check that bench. I don't think that they're going to like me filming, so I'm not going to talk or interact with the chat while I'm back over there. So I'm just going to go feel for the log on that bench. Just bear with me. I'll try and give you guys as good an angle as I can, but gotta make like I'm not filming or something. Sorry for the temporary view of the ground. There's a grate over here. Reaching under. Nope. Nope. Update. There was a metal grate right next to the bench. I tried to show you guys. It didn't look like anything was attached to it, and the grate didn't wiggle or move, so I don't think it's able to be lifted up. But this is the same thing we're looking at. This is where the fountains would normally be. Under the stone, yeah, I don't know how magnets would factor into that, but here's what I'm thinking. Electrical boxes, hello. Yeah, no, don't play with electrical boxes. So, I'm very chilled. My battery for my phone is depleting very quickly because of the cold. So, we have a really good place to leave off for tomorrow. Again, Parthenon, floating on 6 trees. Like, are we thinking 6 trees back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Because my other thinking is it could be like under here, right? yeah, so I'm probably gonna end the stream shortly. I'll sort of keep an eye out as I keep walking, but I'll be streaming again tomorrow at 11. Let's come back for this one. I won't mark as a DNF, but instead what I'll do is go home, look at some more activity logs, and see if we're kind of on the right track for tomorrow. It's kind of cool. Like they said, walk past the fountains, but I don't know if that's walking past the fountains this way or this way, like toward me. Huh. 6 trees. I mean, could also mean having to walk up these stairs here until you have an angle of the Parthenon where it's floating above these trees. All possible. All possible on a warmer, less rainy day. I need to change out of these wet clothes. That's my first priority. I hung in there for a good long while, you guys. Let's just check it out. Walked into a laundry vent. It was warm, but not where I wanted to be. There's a lot of wood stuffed in here to keep the sign propped up. That's excellent work by DPW. Yeah, now we're just kind of getting farther away from where we were. I'm not seeing the 6 trees again. Unless we're supposed to be counting maybe 6 trees back from a certain destination. And then again, why give the hint that it's magnetic? This has really come full circle. This is exactly where we started. We walked up to the hint this way. Now we're walking back this way. Okay. Officially winding down the stream. I have to let it go for right now, but this is exactly where I'm going to pick up tomorrow. I'll stream at 11 Eastern. I think the weather is supposed to be better for DC. I really hope it's going to be better. I'll at least be better prepared. I dressed for warmth today and completely neglected rain, and could have done with an umbrella and a raincoat. What a nice guys. How's it going? We spent the entire stream today looking for this cache, and it is a tricky one because we weren't just looking for coordinates, we were looking for all these hints that kind of were supposed to navigate us almost like a scavenger hunt. But you guys can actually see that's the Watergate Hotel. That's the hotel we've been talking about this whole stream. Get dry and warm. Thank you, I will. Yeah, somewhere there's some latte waiting for me. But yeah, definitely hop into Discord, you guys. I'll be in there later. Probably posting different notes about the activity log as a reminder to myself. And we can all just maybe collab on some places to revisit or new places to visit that I missed today on stream. But yeah, thanks to you guys for following or being active in chat and watching today. I really appreciate it. Sorry my other phone died, so I couldn't see any notifications. That's usually where I get my notifications, is on my other phone. But my other phone felt the 40 degrees with the wind chill, and it was like, I'm out of here. Alright. Sort of taking it in for the VOD so I can go back later. I'll just be counting trees all night. I'm gonna have nightmares about counting trees. Alright, you all, I am officially signing off Thank you again, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow at 11 Eastern. All right, bye.